Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about Scream 7, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in Scream 7, it deals with Sidney Prescott, who once again has to deal with the Ghostface killer. This time, she has help from her daughter, Tatum, who a lot of the people being targeted are friends of hers. And on top of that, this new Ghostface claims to be Stu Macher. Okay, now let's get into it. What I liked about the movie. First and foremost, this movie, it felt like what Scream 5 should have been. Because at this point, nobody's getting any younger. It's time to pass the torch. And while Scream 5 kind of did that, it did that with characters you don't really care about. One of which is a borderline psychopath herself. That is just, an explosion waiting to happen. And this one, it felt more appropriate because it's Sydney's daughter. And on top of that, while she's her own person, Tatum does feel like the offspring of Sidney Prescott. She has a lot of the best attributes about Sidney Prescott herself, but also, again, she's her own person. She doesn't have the experience that Sidney has. And, she's a lot more scared. She's more like Sidney in the first Scream had Sidney's mother not died. That's Tatum. So while she is, is more scared, is more afraid, when push comes to shove, her mother comes out of her in the best way possible. Sidney's husband, Mark, I believe his name is also not a bad character. He's strong, he's protective, he's what a man should be. And when push comes to shove, he gets right in between Ghostface and Sidney. They also do some nice things with Sidney because, she's been absent for a while now, and there was even a whole movie without her at this point. And it kind of takes like a psychological mental toll on Sidney. As far as the acting goes, I think the acting's good all around. Neve Campbell, she's always going to be perfect as Sidney Prescott. There's nobody else who could play Sidney Prescott. Courtney Cox as Gale Weathers, always, good as Gale. Isabel May as Tatum, great performance from Isabel May. I've known Isabel May has had a bright future for her ever since I saw Run, Hide, Fight. Great movie. When I heard she was Sidney Prescott's daughter, I was in there going, yes. I literally thought that was perfect casting, immediately as I heard it. Isabel May as Sidney's daughter. Perfect. As far as the story goes, it is kind of paint by numbers Scream at this point, but it's executed in this fun, entertaining way, backed by the fact that, the characters are actually likable this time. The fact that you actually like Tatum, and to an extent her friends, does make things a lot more intense than with the Carpenter sisters, where you just didn't really care for them, and it actually makes you want to see them, unmask this killer. And speaking of the killer, the kills are pretty sweet in this movie. I'm not gonna spoil a lot, any of them, but let me tell you, there are some good, sick, kind of creative kills in the film. Now, in terms of problems with the movie, well, while you like some of Tatum's friends, including her boyfriend, some of the other characters were just kind of flat. They were flat, uninteresting, and you could just tell they were just there to be killed. That is it. A couple were well developed enough to make you concerned, yes, but not all of them. And on top of that, this has been a problem with Scream since Scream 3. The whole killer reveal thing just fell flat. I'm not going to reveal who the killer is, but let's just say they're the dumbest picks for a killer in a movie, and one of their motives is also it's one of the dumbest motives I've seen in a Scream movie. Not as dumb as the Scream 5 motives, but it is dumb. So guys, at the end of the day, Scream 7, like I said, it's what I was hoping Scream 5 would be. While they couldn't do the soft reboot, lampooning in the film, because again, it's already been done, more or less, this is what I was hoping the fifth one would do. Get things set up to pass the torch to the next generation without disrespecting the characters that started the whole thing, without disrespecting the source material, and also, at the same time, leave the fans wanting more. It ain't a perfect movie, but I would argue it's definitely the best Scream sequel since Scream 2. I'm going to give Scream 7 an 8. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please don't forget, I have a secondary channel where I do game content. Please go check it out. And as per usual, please remember, the Brodetsky will return.